When I was young, I was a really good basketball player. It all started off when I did a PE session, played basketball. A teacher recognised some talent that I had, and I ended up getting scouted for the school team.
I started writing in the last 8 months, but I've always had a strong interest in writing.
I first started playing football when I was about 8 years old because it was something to do at school at a break time. It was just what our lads did, really.
Probably the best achievement I had was probably going to London to play at finals.
I finished school and I had no job, no qualification or to go to, and I found a place called YMCA Training.
I found that when I was playing football, I had ball at my feet, it just came natural to me and I was really good. So my dad decided to take me to a training session with Scorethorpe Scorpions when I was about 9-10 years old. I only went to one training session and I got picked straight away.
I write mainly when I'm fed up and it calms me down.
I started reading when I was about 6. Ever since then I've always been interested and I've always got my head in a book.
When I was younger, I were always wrapped up in cotton wool by my mum, so I really never saw anything as in streetwise.
As soon as we arrived in London, it was like a different world because I'd never been to London before. The stadium was massive. All of a sudden, all the stadium just filled up.
I've never seen inside of a courtroom or been arrested.
I like fantasy. One of my favourite books is Twilight because it's just a mix of everything, really.
You see it on news, like people getting murdered and rapists and things like that, but I never saw that when I was younger because my mum never, not let me, but she always protected me against stuff like that.
I write about how I feel, what I did on that day and what I'm planning to do.
And then when I moved in with my dad when I was 15, I started seeing it all. It's like I've got two sides of the story now.
I like reading because it's an escape from reality. It takes me into my own world and it's fun.
So now I can put it together and see the world for what it really is.
I've written an article for a magazine which is about my achievements.
I have 9 GCSEs, 3 A levels, and I think it's like my love of reading that's helped me achieve these things.
My civil engineering apprenticeship, it's also good for my railway engineering as well. We've been good at maths and that. You need to know all your measurements for your ballast profiling, and you need to know your measurement for your gauge and your lengths of track you need.
The highlight of me playing football for Scorethorpe was when I went to an international tournament in Lincoln and we were playing teams from all over the world. The first game we played were against a team from Uganda and we didn't really know what to expect and we played them. It was only a 10-minute match, but we ended up losing 12-0 and we were really disappointed about it. But after that match, like between other games, we were walking around and we noticed a big board and it said that the team we played, that we just played from Uganda, were world champions at our age group.
When I joined the national team when I was still at school, I was still playing for the school team as well. So basically all my team basically were out because they knew they had a national player on the team.
I guess that makes me an international footballer.
Most people in Doncaster would call this a hostel.
It's so much more than just a roof over your head. It's our home.
If we'd have told you where we live before we told you our stories,
Do you think you'd listen any different?
I think so.